I used to play in a D&D group with my friends, and of course, we followed every rule, except the rule on saving throws, because we didn't understand it at the time. But that wasn't the main issue.
We had done another campaign, but it only lasted 2 sessions.
This is our first complete one, and I'm the DM this time, so you get all of the juicy little details, behind the scenes stuff. So, how does it start?
Our story begins in a cave with 2 unfortunate souls waking up with no memories. Who are these unfortunate souls, you ask?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I was just about to get to that.
First off, we have 1, aka my brother, aka Team Babysitter. The Necromancer Dragon, much better. Second off, we have 4, aka Flip Flop, a Tiefling Paladin who makes the very first dice roll of the campaign. What do you do? Can I look outside the cave? You look out and see a strange landscape. Purple skies and hills that seem to have eyes. Are there any mushrooms? Yeah, sure. Can I eat them?
Now, it's worth mentioning I don't remember, like, every detail, and the notes I wrote weren't particularly detailed. So if there's any, so the events might be a bit iffy or not quite accurate or what. Oh. Hang on, I can't quite hear you. Let me get. What? Oh, you want to know what happened when he ate the mushroom?
I made him roll for if it was poisonous or not, and he immediately lost like 3 points. Surprise! A sheep flies into the wall of the cave. You starting to get an idea for when this campaign was written. In my defense, I didn't think this would ever see the light of day, but you gotta do what you gotta do, so onward!
By the way, I rolled for if the sheep would hit any of the players, and I rolled in that 1, so... He informs the party he was human, something, now he's a sheep, something, now we're on our way. Wait! That was too many somethings. The MacGuffin is the Fountain of Transformation. My defense, I was 14 when I wrote this, and we all do some weird stuff when we're children, am I right? No, okay, I guess I'll just go kill myself. Speaking of killing...
No, we're not there yet. The party swerves the craggy cliffs. By the way, one is wearing the sheep named Bob Lassie on his head. Anyway, the cliffs that for some reason would have just led to a dark void with a strange hand reaching out of it with presents. But they went to this stupid forest where they follow the light path because they don't know how incredibly clever subversion works. And they run upon a 3 or 4 goblin camp. And here comes our first hurdle. Despite me using a random spinner, something about 4 made the goblins want him dead so badly, and this fight lasted way longer than it should have because he died like 3 times. Thank God for us not understanding saving throws. But anyway, the other goblins are coming back, and somehow these idiots choose the correct goblin tent to loot and get a bunch of gold and a couple healing potions, which one tries to give 4, but he refuses. One desperately tries to force feed it to him, but he wins the strength check.
Ooh, another mushroom.
So is now a bad time for them to leave the forest and find an enormous hole in the ground? Bottomless pit. I jump into the hole. No. One is able to succeed the important strength check and prevent his teammate from launching himself into the pit of doom. So anyway, a bunch of grep bandits crawl out of the pit, and after a few more deaths, Bob Lassie gets kidnapped and... 3,000 years ago, an ancient civilization collapses in a great cataclysm. One man survived, buried beneath the earth, awaiting his saviors.
Scholar whose likes include Femboy Mommy Murder ASMR. You know, one of my mum's friends read this.
Is our next teammate, because he actually showed up this time. 2, aka Lev Bronstein. By the way, these weren't their characters' original names, this is just what I'm calling them for now. The short, bald, 3,000-year-old bard who somehow managed to sleep while his civilization was destroyed. He's excavated by our party, and one tries to wear him because he's going through hat withdrawals. However, this activates 2's trap guard. Flammable ass cheeks. which legitimately almost kills one, and wanting to make a good impression, 2 gets back on his head and finishes him off. So they find a bandit camp, starting a cool mission where they could choose stealth or combat, choosing combat thanks to 2 setting the bush on fire. I'd like to grow them some food. Hey guys, look what I found. No, wait. Bob Lassie thanks the party, saying it makes sense since he's a very powerful person.
Politically.
The party continues. 2 confesses his undying love to 4, and when rejected, he commits seppuku, but is brought back to life by the magic of saving throws, usual. And then they come across a mysterious town over a gorge infested with
zombies attempting to climb the walls, but being knocked off by golems. Another stealth or combat mission. What will you do? However, it was time for me to activate 2's trap card. You see, 2 had a magic sack that allowed him to pull out any costume he wanted, combined with 1 being a zombie himself, and they are once again able to solve my puzzle with the power of friendship. They are able to find out from the zombies that the golems attack anything that tries to climb the walls, but they feel almost drawn to the city, like, I stabbed the zombie and scaled the wall!
to prove I'm friendly to the golems. They knock you off. Because they are mindless constructs. You are torn to shreds by the undead after you fall.
It's a damn good thing he succeeded his saving throws, because 1 even confirmed he wasn't going to revive him. So they make it to the gate of the city and come in, but almost immediately get attacked by a golem. But they're saved by a kind townsperson named Erica. And there was it was a nice house, and I'm stalling. You know what? I think I'm just gonna let this next part speak for itself.
On a Jesus costume and pretend to be their messiah.
Hey, but you're gonna have to roll pretty high because they don't really have a religion or anything, so...
So the gang re-rolls their health and explores the town, with 2 using his new status as Jesus to incite a riot and...
Oh, seriously, I just let them all separate and do their own thing around town. By the way, we still have 1 more character to introduce, so...
The Indomitable 5, aka Jammy Dodger, the human barbarian who is pulled out of the riot and back to Erica's house. 2 gets some armor, 1 gets a new staff at the necro shop, and 4, is there a cafe?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Sell mushroom soup.
Roll the dice, my friend. Well, cut back to Erica's house. Bob Lassie tells the party he found Erica's diary, and after some spontaneous cowboy roleplay,
I'm pretty sure at some point they lassoed her.
They read Erica's diary, talking about how she feels her physical body slipping away. She clarifies the town causes people to lose touch with their physical bodies, turning them immortal, but they can never leave the town. The golems attack any physical thing that enters, hence the party re-rolling their health, and the golems becoming less aggressive with them. They are starting to lose contact with their physical bodies, which means it's time to leave, encountering some lower power golems stopping them. So while the party's just getting absolutely stomped by these golems, the townspeople are just cheering them on, and eventually they're able to escape. They walk down a path with glowing mushrooms which Ford naturally ate, but they healed him, so it's chill. And after fighting some weird mech things called the Sentinels, which Ford excitedly mentions references the Matrix, which I didn't know, but funny how things turn out, huh? Bob Lassie happily makes his way to the fountain, his excited laughter turning to devious chuckles as he transforms in front of the party. Oh! You see, Bob Lasse's town had been ravaged by a cataclysm at some point, which, similar to Two's backstory, And so he created a simulation using the current party as almost, I guess, stress relief, killing them over and over again. The whole is actually left over from one of their deaths, and the town, a reference to Bob Lias. Now he battles them, raised on stone platforms that they have to roll to stabilize because Bob Lias controls them, and all of their items are also removed. But back in session 2, 2 mentioned that in Baldur's Gate, one of 1's moves did 2d12s of damage, but he was all out of spell slots, right?
Something on my character sheet that says if I run out of spell slots, I rest a turn and then I recover 1.
They kill Bob Lias, who plugged himself into the simulation for some reason, and the party truly awakens, ready to get on with their lives.
Closing thoughts. The reason why I named the final big bad Bob Lias is because at the start of the campaign, I believe I called the sheep Bob Lassie, but then I forgot what I originally called it, and he had like 3 different names, so Bob Lias was one of them, Bob Lassie was the other one. If you enjoyed this, let me know, because I can do more videos like this, or even just more D&D videos, the usual way I do videos. Can you tell this is the only unscripted part of the video? Bye.